Here I am, people, this morning. I'm here again, people. Shalom to the 12 tribes of Israel, the remnant. I would like to give the God of Israel the honor and the glory for this day, Hebrews. Let me say that again to you. I would like to give the God of Israel, the God of my fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Ahia is his name. The glory and honor this morning. For my life, I just thank the gods of Jerusalem. I thank the Mother, the Great Holy Spirit, the Rawak. I thank the Son of God, the second King of Jerusalem. I'm just happy. I'm happy to be alive, people. I'm happy to be alive. And I'm happy to be here to help you to understand who the God of Israel is and what the God of Israel requires and what the God of Israel, Ahia, want you to do in your life moving forward, Hebrews. Because it's all about moving forward. It's all about moving forward. I'm the kind of person, I'm the kind of person. I don't like to just do the same thing the rest of my life. I'm the kind of person I like to accomplish things and I like to do things that can help me to edify who I am as the prophet and the queen of the gods of Jerusalem. So my name is Prophet Elishaba. I'm the prophet of the God of Israel. And I'm here today to teach law class number 16 to you. Okay? We're in law class number 16. And we are still teaching you about the dietary law. We're teaching you the dietary law. We're in a section of the law right now that teaches you what you can eat and what you cannot eat. Okay, so that's where we are right now with the 613 laws of the God of Israel, the Torah. We are in the dietary section of the law. I want to thank the God of Israel, people, because where I am in my life right now is very, very amazing to me. It's very amazing to me. Okay, so I really do want to give the God of Israel all the glory and the Mother of Zion, the great Holy Spirit, all the glory and honor for what they have done in my life, what they have done in my life, what they have done with me, all the divine wisdom and divine knowledge and understanding that they have gave me. I like to thank them for that. So we're here to pick it up where we left off yesterday. So before we start our law class this morning, we have GOCC here in Cincinnati. They acquire for the Feast of Dedication that they call it the Feast of Dedication. They don't know when the Feast of Dedication is. Number one, they're not dealing with no prophet to tell them when it is. And number two, they lost counts of the Jubilees a long time ago. So it's just some day or date that Elder Ricard of the Gathering of Christ Church made up for them to follow the Feast of Dedication. You cannot keep the holy days. I done told y'all people that so many times. You cannot keep the holy days. You don't have the requirements that the God of Israel wants you to have in order to keep them. They just look like the Christian church. That's what they look like. They right here, I'm looking at the video right here on YouTube. They look like the Christian church. That's who they look like, and that's who they trying to be like. Because that's exactly what they are. They nothing but Christians, just with a different spin on their teaching. They teach Judaism. That's what they teach. GOCC and all the Hebrew Israelite elders, they teach Judaism. That's what they teach. So, with a different spin on it. So, let's put on this sister right here singing a song for Feast of Dedication, they call it. So that's just like I said, that's GOCC, Gathering of Christ Church, call themselves celebrating Feast of Dedication. But okay, people, we're gonna open up our class today. We're gonna open up our class today. They singing a song that was wrote by what is his name? I forget the guy name. McDowell. McDowell. He's a Christian singer. So that's the song that they trying to remake or re-sing. I give all of me, withholding nothing. It's called Withholding Nothing. So what we're gonna do today? Again, my name is Queen Prophet Elishaba. What we're gonna do today, Israel, is this. Is this. Okay? We are in the section of the law that's talking about dietary law. That means what you can eat, what you can eat, and we'll say what you can drink. Okay? I knew that's what I wanted to do. Let me GMO, yeah. Okay? One moment. I'm looking up something right here now. Okay. Okay, people. Okay. The dietary law is what the God of Israel, Ahia, and the Mother of Jerusalem, the Great Holy Spirit, want us to consume in our body. Okay? See, your focus right now in your life, where your focus, Hebrews, okay? Your focus needs to be on what the God of Israel put you in this earth to do. That's where your focus needs to be. Okay? Your focus don't need to be on nothing else but why the God of Israel put you in this earth. Why did the God of Israel create me? That need to be your focus. This is the only way you're going to ever get your life right. Your focus is off. Your thinking is off. Your focus is off. The things that you do every day is off. It's off. You'll never, ever, ever accomplish. You'll never, ever, ever do things that you need to do if your focus is not right and your mind is not right. Okay? Your thinking got to be right. You got to change the way you think. You have to change the way you do things. And you have to change the way you operate. If I think back over my life, Hebrews, let me just give you a little testimony today about me. If I think back over my life, I'm going back 30 years ago. I'm going back 30 years or longer. I'm the kind of person I always been a person that build things. I always been a person that accomplish things. I always been a person that get things done when they need to be done. Okay? I could look back over my life and see all the things that I have accomplished and all the things that I have done. I mean, I got some things that I have done with my life, man, that I have brought glory and honor to the God of Israel for the things that I have done to help other people, to help myself. Okay? You know, it's amazing to me how people often look at you and they look at you in the wrong way. See, they look at you in the wrong way. They're looking at something where they want to focus on to stereotype you and say who you are and what you have done. I have done so many things in my life. I mean, so much things I have done, people, in my life. So many things I don't open up and things that I don't done and helping the poor and starting soup kitchens and so much things. Having a house for men that was homeless, men that was gay, men that was on drugs. I mean, I don't open up so much things in my life. Okay, and I done a lot of things. So with that being said, I have a lot of experience with different kind of things in my life. Okay. So I just wanted to throw that out there at you. I wanted to throw that out there at you that I'm not the kind of person that don't know how to accomplish things or either put something together when it needs to be put together. I just wanted to give you that. Like I was saying, you have to change your thinking. You have to change the way you think every day. You have to. I mean, you have to focus on again what the God of Israel want you to do and why. What's the purpose? And what is the reason that you are here? See, that's big. That see, people want to uh they want to build. How can I say? They want to build their life outside of what the God of Israel want them to do. And this is a serious, serious problem. You cannot build your life outside of what the God of Israel put you in this life to do. You cannot. It's never ever going to work. And that's why rich people jump off buildings, they commit suicide, they kill themselves, they miserable. They built their own empire. They built their business, they built whatever they built to get their wealth. But it didn't make them happy and it did not complete them. So this is what I'm saying to you. The only thing will ever complete you in this life is when you do what the God of Israel put you here to do. That's the only thing ever completed me. When I do what the God of Israel put me here to do. That's the only thing complete me and that make me feel happy and make me feel good. And it make me feel like I am accomplishing something. That's what happens. Okay. Um, so right now, what I want to do is this. This is God of Israel, 12 tribes, Hebrew knowledge school. See, this is another vision that I had. The vision that I had for this school was about, I say, 5 or 6 years ago. I had a vision that I wanted to open a school, or I wanted to have a school for the 12 tribes of Israel. And now I have that school. Okay? That's the name of it. God of Israel, 12 tribes, Hebrew knowledge school. Now I have that school. See, people, that's what I'm saying. When something comes to my mind, when something comes to my heart for me to do, I do it, or I build it, or I put it together. Okay? And this is just one thing that I have done. I have several goals and visions that I have accomplished in my life. So, right here, let's look at this. Let's open up our law class today. GMO foods, because we're talking about the dietary law. See, people often look at me and say, well, why she don't drink soda? And why she don't drink milk? And why she don't go to the grocery store and shop? What's wrong with her going to the grocery store and buy food? Why she don't eat this? Why she don't eat that? Why I don't eat none of those things And I don't do none of those things because I have knowledge and wisdom and understanding to what it is. See, if you don't got no knowledge and you don't got no wisdom and you don't have no understanding, there's absolutely nothing you're going to ever do to figure out your life and yourself and what you need to do. Okay? So, yeah. Well, soda don't hurt. Yes. I just don't desire it. So, GMO foods, GMO foods, genetic modified organisms. It's not real food. It's processed food. It's not real. Okay? So it said, I'm reading the definition for GMO foods. GMO foods are derived from organisms that have had their genetic material, DNA, altered through genetic engineering in a lab. So all the food that you see in grocery stores, all the food that you see at Sam Club and all these convenience stores and Arab stores and all kind of grocery stores and all the farms, mostly all the farms in America, I would say all of them, mostly, they produce GMO food. Common examples include corn, soybeans, and granola. And they are used for various purposes like increased crop resistance to pests or herbicides. So this is why the God of Israel always told us, Hebrews, to have our own food. It's crucial. It's very, very crucial that you have your own food. And that's another one of my goals that I have. I have access to land. I have access to land, lots of land. I can build whatever I want to build on either one of these lands that I have access to. See, this is how the God of Israel operate with me. Whatever I need, I just ask the gods of Israel, and they will give it to me if it's according to what they want me to do or have. So I've been trying to get people, Hebrews or whoever, Gentiles or whoever, to help me to plant food for about a good 10 years now. I have had access to land that the God of Israel gave me access to. And I've been trying to get people to understand that they need their own food and they need to grow their own food. But is anybody listening? No, no one is listening. No one is taking heed. No one even care because it's not important to them. It's not important to them that they have, or important to you that you have your own food. You'd rather just go to a grocery store and buy your food. You'd rather go to a market and buy your food. I don't have time to plant no corn. I don't have time to plant no beans. I don't have time to plant no lettuce. I don't have time to plant nothing. No tomatoes and onions and carrots and potatoes. I don't have time. But see, this is what the God of Israel wants you to do. See, I notice everything that the God of Israel, or highest his name, want us to do. Nobody have time for it. And that's why your life is the way that it is. See, you only got time for what you want to do, how you want to do, and when you want to do. That don't work with the God of Israel. It do not work with him at all. It's not about what you want to do, when you want to do, and how you want to do it. It's not about you at all. It's all about you doing what you was created to do. You doing what you was put in this earth to do. That's what it's all about. Nothing else. Did the God of Israel put me in this earth? Did the God of Israel put me in this earth, or you in this earth, to work in a factory? No, he did not. Did the God of Israel put me in this earth to be a doctor? Did the God of Israel put me in this earth to be a nurse? Did the God of Israel put me in this earth to be a police? No, none of that. He never told us to do none of those things. Our ancestors, they were shepherds. They were shepherds. That's what they done. Isaac, Jacob, Abraham, all of them, Hebrews, they were shepherds. They take care of animals and they have livestock, and they plant food, their own food, and their own fruit trees and vegetable trees and all of that they need to plant. And they was very, very wealthy. Can I say that again, people? Our ancestors were shepherds, and they planted their own food and their own everything. And they was very, 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 very wealthy. They was more wealthy than Bill Gates. Oh, you can put all their money together. Put Lil Wayne money, Soldier Boy, Michael Jordan, Bill Gates, put all their money, Jeff Bezos, put all their money together in one pile. And Abraham, the father of the Hebrew kingdom and nation, he'll run circles around their money about 100,000 times. Woo! That's how wealthy the Hebrew kingdom and the Hebrew nation and our ancestors was. So I don't need to do what Bill Gates and them doing. And I don't need to do what Jeff Bezos and them doing. And I don't need to do none of that they are doing. I need to do what my ancestors did. Look to Abraham. That's what the Bible says. Look to Abraham. I need to do what they do to get my wealth. Because see, they was righteous. And they followed the God of Israel. They followed his blueprint. They followed what he said. They did it the way that he told them to do it. And they had great wealth. No, they didn't have to go buy no water. No, they didn't have to go buy no water. They had wells all over Jerusalem. So you see, people, you see why you're not getting nowhere. and you not doing. I could have been dug like 7 wells already, because I have land to do that. I could have been dug 7 wells right now if I want to. I have land to do that. But where I mean, I could have been had corn and beans and all the stuff that we need so we can eat a good meal and we can have a healthy body. Because all this food that y'all eating, people, it ain't doing nothing but killing your mind. See, the GMO food that you keep buying in the grocery store and going and eat, and you don't think there's nothing wrong with it. That's how stupid you are. Everything is wrong with something the God of Israel told you not to do. Everything is wrong with something the God of Israel told you not to do, people. He said, have your own olive tree. Have your own grape tree. Have your own fruit trees. It's something wrong with it. And that's why you sick. That's why everybody got diabetes and cancer and high blood and all kind of things wrong with your body, because you are putting the wrong things inside of your body. You drinking the water. I hate the water in the grocery store. I hate the water. Oh, I hate the water, because you know what? When you drink the water, and that's part of the dietary law too, eating right and drinking right. When you drink the water, I can just tell when I drink it, that there is no nutrition in the water. There's no nutrition in it. There's no manganese, there's no fiber, there's no nothing. Matter of fact, let me look up the water that comes from the ground. Let's look up water that comes from a well, from the ground. What it have in it. Water from the ground. Okay? You don't understand, people. So yeah, I've been telling my family, come on, give me the money, man. Give me the money so I can plant the crops. So I can plant the beans and the potatoes. Come on, send me, yes. But did they respond? Absolutely not. And they're gonna starve to death. They are going to starve to death. Why? Because they did not listen to me. See, the God of Israel gave me land, and I still have land today. I still have it today. They did not listen to me. Give me the money for the cow, man. Give me the money for the goat. Give me the money for the sheep. Did they listen? No. If they would have listened to me 8 years ago, 7 years ago, we would already be wealthy people. We will already have about 100 cows. We would already have about 200-300 goats. We would already have so much produce, food. See how stupid people are. They just stupid, they naive, they dumb, and they don't listen. They don't listen. They don't listen. Everybody in my family is dumb. I'm just being honest with you, people. I ain't got time to be playing games. I'm telling you what it is. Everybody in my family is very dumb. They dumb. They don't know how to do nothing. They don't understand nothing. They stoop. All they understand, going up in a grocery store, buying some food. Water from the ground. People don't know nothing about me, man. I'm telling you, you don't know nothing about me. Water from the ground. Look what it says. Now this is the dietary class today. Okay, this is a dietary law class today. Okay. I'm reading groundwater, water that comes from the ground. When you dig a well, when you dig a hole in the ground, it's water under the ground that the God of Israel created for us to drink so we can be healthy. He never told us to go and buy no water. So why are you buying water? Because you're too lazy and you're too weak and you're too stupid. You lazy, you weak, and you stupid. And you don't want to do what the God of Israel want you to do. That's why you rather go up in a grocery store and buy it. Because you lazy. Yes, you are lazy. How am I lazy? Because you haven't did what the God of Israel put you in this earth to do. That's what make you lazy. That's what make you lazy. So groundwater does contain vitamins. It have a lot of vitamins in the water, as vitamins are produced by living organisms and are not found in rocks or soil. Look what it have. It say it have minerals in it. It have calcium in it. I'm talking about water, natural water that comes from the ground, from a ranch. A ranch. It have minerals. It have calcium. It have potassium. It has iron. All of that, people. It have vitamin B12. All of that it have. But you're not drinking that. You're drinking the stuff that come out of the grocery store. We get ready to go in our law class right now. That's what you're doing. You're drinking stuff come out the grocery store. You're eating stuff that come out the grocery store. Ah, I would never ever, I would never ever build a house because I'm never gonna buy a house, people. Buy a house from a real estate company is stupid. If you don't have cash, if you don't have cash to go to the real estate office and buy a house, don't do it. I don't want to buy no house at the real estate company. You know why? Because there's so many people don't live in that house. They keep selling the house over and going to possess. They keep selling the house. Oh, no, I don't want that house. I'm going to build my house from the ground. That's the house that I want. Because I have too much sense now to go to a bank and ask a bank, oh, give me a loan, give me some money so I can build me a house and give me some money. No, no, I can build it from the ground. But look what the water have. They have a lot of things in it. But you've been told that something is wrong with the water. So that's why you don't want to dig a well. You don't want to dig a well because you've been told that something is wrong with the water that come from the ground. You've been told that. But anyway, let's go back to our dietary law now. Let's start our law class. It says Leviticus 11. And let's see what law we are on right now. Let's see exactly what law we are on right now. I'm going to start our law class. Okay, people. Telling y'all, people, I got so much things in my mind that the God of Israel want me to do. I just don't have no like-minded people that want to do that. Y'all want to work for some man, see. That's what you want to do. You want to go work for some white man. You want to go work for some white man with a company. That's what y'all want to do. You want to go work for some white man. You want to do, yes. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to go work for some white man and not your own self. And that's another problem. That's another problem. So we are on law, okay? Law number 170. Yes, God is. I'm right here, Father. We are on law number, see where we left off. We are on law number 186 of the dietary law. The food is not right, people. The food is running people crazy. The food has got you zoned out. The food got you weak. The food is taking the food and the water that you consume is taking all your sense out of your brain. It's taking all your sense. They got something in the water. They have so much things in the food. It's just destroying you all the way around. And you don't care. Because if you care, you'll get your little lazy self up off of your butt. You'll get up and you'll try to do something to fix your life. The best thing you can do is to train your children how to be shepherds, how to have their own food, how to have their own livestock, how to plant their own food. And that's the best thing that you can do with your children. Yes. You want your children to be successful, then train them to do that. Train them to do that. Because that's exactly what the God of Israel want us to do. Okay? So law number 180. Law number 186. Not to eat snakes, scorpions, and the worms found on the ground after leaving the field. Leviticus 11:42. That's where we at. We on law number 186. Leviticus 11 talk about food that we can eat and food that we cannot eat. Okay? We can't eat it because when you eat something that the God of Israel don't want you to eat, you defile your body. You defile yourself. You become polluted in the eyes of the God of Israel. So you're actually polluted people. You polluted and you don't understand that. You think that you're normal, ain't nothing wrong with, oh, it's a lot wrong with you, Israel. It is a lot wrong with you. So Leviticus 11, clean animals, clean insects, and talk about insects in Deuteronomy 14. So you got Leviticus 11 and Deuteronomy 14 will talk about the dietary law, things that you can eat and things that you can't eat. Look at this picture right here. I'm looking at a picture right now. It say unclean. They got crabs and lobsters and shrimp and all of that stuff. Shrimp. It say shrimp. Let's look up shrimp right now. It says shrimp. Shrimp. Look at this little nasty, ugly little thing. I used to actually eat this little ugly, nasty little thing, man. Ooh, I can't believe it, people. I used to eat that. It looked like something is wrong with it. The shrimp looked like something is wrong with that shrimp. Look at it. Why should Christian particularly say? They say Leviticus 11:10, verse 12. For all creatures in the sea are streams that do not have fins and scales. Look at this little nasty little thing. And people love that, the shrimp. They love them shrimp, man. They love them shrimp. They eat them raw. They eat them boiled. They eat them fried. They eat them all kind of way. But this little thing that I'm looking here, right here on this picture, he is nasty and he is ugly and he is defiled and he is something that the God of Israel don't want you to eat. He don't have no fins and he don't have no scales. He's just a shell. Those are not scales on a shrimp. That's a shell. Shells and scales are two different things, people. Scales is on a fish. This thing right here that I'm looking at, the shrimp, is shell. Oh, it's nasty. Let's go to our law class. You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying, people. Okay, law number 186. Leviticus 11:42. Let's get that. Let's start our law class. Dietary law. Leviticus. Leviticus 11:42. Okay? (11:42) of Leviticus. Whatsoever go upon the belly, and whatsoever go upon all four, or whatsoever have more feet among all creeping things that creep upon the earth, them you should not eat, for they are an abomination. Deuteronomy 6. Hear, O Israel, our God is one God, and you should love Ahiah and keep his commandments. that it may go well with you and your children. Deuteronomy 6. So you cannot eat it. A shrimp is an abomination. It is an abomination. Okay, so let's try to get a precept for this. So, law number 186, not to eat snakes. A lot of people eat snake meat. Not to eat scorpions. A lot of people eat scorpions. And the worms found on the ground after leaving the fruit. Leviticus 11:42. Let's see if we can get a precept to this. Law number 186. Leviticus 11:42. Okay? Leviticus 11:42, people. Whatsoever go upon the belly and whatsoever go upon all four. Okay? Looking for that precept. Okay, we'll read Micah 7:17 for a precept for law number 186. The Bible verse is Leviticus 11:42. They shall lick the dust like a serpent. They shall move out of their holes like worms of the earth. They shall be afraid of a higher our God and shall fear because of thee. Okay? This is dealing with the remnant, what's going to happen in the end times. But I just want to bring out the word serpent. You cannot eat a snake and you cannot eat worms. Okay? Let's go to the next law. Law number Law number 187. Not to eat creatures that live in water other than fish. Leviticus 11:43. The only thing that you can eat in the water is a fish. Fish. That's the only thing you can eat is fish with scales and with fins. That's the only thing the God of Israel have ever told you to eat out of the water. And if you eat anything else outside of that, you are committing an abomination and you are defiling yourself. So every time you eat that plate of shrimp, you defiling yourself. You nasty and you polluted in the eyes of the God of Israel. The only thing you can eat out of the water is fish and nothing else is real. Nothing else. And see, the God of Israel created the dietary law because we are his inheritance and we are his people and we are the people that he chose, the Hebrew nation, the 12 tribes. So we have to eat the way he liked to eat. We can't eat what we want. We have to eat what the God of Israel like for us to eat. It's important, people. It's very, very important. The dietary law is so very important because the food that you consume It's doing something to you. It's doing something to you. Believe what I am telling you. It's running you crazy. Yeah. They got so many chemicals that they inject in the food. When they make the food and create the food, they inject so much stuff inside. They put things in there to run you crazy. They put stuff in there to make you hate one another, not care. Yes, people, they got all kind of chemicals to control you that's inside of the food and the water. So it says right here, law number 87, you can only eat fish. That's Leviticus 11:43. Let's read that. Leviticus 11:43. You should not make yourself abominable with any creeping thing that creepeth, neither shall you make yourself unclean with them, that you should be defiled thereby. You can only eat fish, and you cannot eat creeping things that go about on their belly, crawling in the earth. Next law. Next law. Law number, but no, I don't want to eat fish. I want to eat whatever I want to eat. I want to eat whatever I want to eat. I can do what I want when I want to. No, you can't. No, you cannot. You can't. See, you want to deceive your own self that you can. Because, see, you think you're in control of your life, and you're not. You're not in control. You think you are. You think that you are in control, and you are not in control. You think it. Oh, I can do what I want. I can go where I want. No. Go ahead and do it and watch the consequences that come in your life from you doing it. Go ahead and do it. Keep eating them shrimp. Keep eating that lobster and all that stuff you eat, crab meat and octopus meat and rabbits, and keep on and watch the consequences. The consequences that you're going to get very sick, or your mind going to be contaminated, and your body going to be weak as water. Let's read, people. Law number 180. The next law is law number 188. Remember now, you can only eat fish. Give up all that stuff, man. Ooh, I just love shrimp, man. Ooh, I just love shrimp. Oh my God. You just love death, don't you? Because you killing your own body every time you put it in you. 188, next law. Not to eat an animal that died without ritual slaughtering. When I had my goats, I am a shepherdess. I am a shepherdess. I know how to handle livestock because you know what? I trained myself to do that because see, I know the God of Israel. That's what He want me to do. All my ancestors, Sarah, Abraham's wife, Rachel, Dana, all the Hebrew women in the Bible, they were shepherdess. They knew how to take care of livestock. So I wanted to learn what was actually written in the Bible for me to do. So that's what I did. I didn't know nothing about being a shepherdess. I never owned a goat in my life or a cow or nothing else in my life. But I challenge myself. See, I like to challenge myself. That's what I do. I like to challenge myself. My sister, they was like, "Oh, how you mess with them goats and stuff?" I mean, one ain't not. Are you scared of them? No, I was never afraid of them because that's something that the God of Israel want us to do. So there was no fear. It's in my blood. It's in my bloodline. It's in my blood to handle goats and animals and all that. That's what my ancestors did. So it's part of my DNA and it's part of who I am as a Hebrew woman. That's my culture. A Hebrew woman and a Hebrew man is to be shepherds and shepherds. I said, no, I'm not afraid. I don't know how you do that, girl. I don't know how you eat that goat meat, and I don't know how you take care of them animals and all that. They actually made fun of me doing what the God of Israel wanted me to do or want me to do. And right now today, I have experience with taking care of livestock. Do you? No, you don't, do you? Absolutely. Let's look at law number 188. Not to eat an animal that died without ritual slaughter. Deuteronomy 14:21. So whenever I wanted a goat, I would go in my backyard of my ranch and I would get the goat, get somebody to catch the goat for me. And I tell them, well, when you kill the goat, you cannot kill the goat the way you want to kill the goat. See, it's a way that you slaughter the animals that you are getting ready to eat. You just can't cut their throat and let the blood just gush out all on the land. And that's slaughtering. The God of Israel don't want you to treat his creation like that. So it's a certain way that you got to take care of the way you got to treat the cow and the goat when you get ready to kill them. You got to cut their throat the way the Bible say, and you got to drain the blood in a bucket. You got to hang them upside down on a tree, cut their throat, and let all the blood just run in a bucket, not on the ground. And this is actually a Bible verse in the Bible. So I would tell anybody, if you want to prepare a goat for me, then you have to prepare the goat the way that the law tells you to prepare. So this is the way. This is what we read it. We need to read in Law 188. Not to eat of an animal that died without ritual slaughter. Ritual slaughter the animal. See, if I see a dead goat or a dead sheep or a dead cow on the ground and I don't know why that animal died, I cannot eat that animal because he didn't die the way that the God of Israel wanted him to die. Ooh, ain't that deep, people? The God of Israel loved his creation. He loved his dogs. He loved his cats. He loved his birds. He loved all the clean animals that I'm reading in the dietary law. Okay. So let's go to Deuteronomy 14:21 and read that. But people just don't care, you know? They just don't care to follow. Deuteronomy 14:21. I have to get it right here. Deuteronomy 14:21. We're going to try to get a precept to this. This is law number 188 for the dietary law. Deuteronomy 14:21. Okay? Deuteronomy 14. You should not eat of anything that died of itself. This is up under the dietary law. When you want to eat your sheep, when you want to eat your goat and your cow, you cannot eat any of those animals that die of themselves. So if one of my goats would drop dead that I have or I had, one of my goats would drop dead and I don't know why he died, or it don't matter. The God of Israel say, I cannot eat that animal. I cannot eat that animal. But you got stupid people that say, oh yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that goat. We can still eat him. No, you can't, because he died of himself. And the God of Israel said you cannot eat that. You should not eat of anything that died of itself. Thou should give it to the stranger, give it to the Gentiles, and let them eat it. But Israel cannot eat that. That is in thy gates, that he may eat of it. Thou mayest sell it unto an alien, for thou art a holy people unto a higher thy God. Thou should not see a kid in his mother's milk. Let's try to get a precept to this. Leviticus 22:8 for a precept, a law number 188. That which die of itself or is torn with beasts, he shall not eat to defile himself therewith. I am a haya. Let's look up the word defile. It's Hebrew number 2930. To be foul, especially in a ceremonial or moral sense, contaminated, polluted, contaminated. So when you eat things that the God of Israel don't want you to eat, when you do things concerning food that the God of Israel don't want you to do, you have to do it the way that he say. See, that's big with you Hebrews, doing it the way that he say. You got a serious problem with that. Ooh, you have a serious, serious problem with doing it the way the God of Israel say. That's your problem. You cannot, you have to, you become contaminated when you eat that dead goat and cow and you don't know. You have to kill him the way the God of Israel law tell you to kill him in order to eat it. And there's no other way you can eat it. So all that meat up in the grocery store, all of that meat up in the grocery stores, and all that meat that we eat, they not ceremonially killing them cows and the goats the way that the law tells them to kill them. And that's why I want my own livestock. And I've been pressing this and pressing this and pressing this with everybody that I know. But nobody is interested in having their own food. So we're going to keep contaminating ourselves because we're going to somebody else to buy a goat. We're going to somebody else and buy some meat that we can eat. And they not ritually killing the animals the right way. So when we eat that food and that meat that we buy from them, they could be farmers, they could have a grocery store, whatever they have. They're not ritually slaughtering the animals the right way. So when we eating those animals, we are contaminating ourselves. And that's why it's so important, Hebrews, that we have our own food so we can do it the way that the God of Israel want us to do it. Wow. Law number 189. It's Deuteronomy 14:2 for law number 188. Not to eat the creature. I'm sorry. Not to eat an animal that died without the ritual slaughter. So the precept is Deuteronomy 14:2 for law number 188. For thou art a holy people unto a higher thy God. And the higher have chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself, above all the nations that are upon the earth. So we, the 12 tribes of Israel, Ahia, the God of Israel, the God of the Hebrew nation and kingdom, chose the children of Israel, Hebrews, to be a peculiar people. We not like other people. We different from them. We different the way we eat, the way we drink, the clothes that we supposed to wear. Everything about us, Hebrews, is different from other people. And this is what make us holy unto a higher. Because we are doing things the way that a higher want us to do it. That's so important, people. It's extremely important. And that's why you just can't get your life right. You can't. Because the only right life that you can ever have is the life that a higher created for you to have. There's no other life. There's no other way. What do I want to accomplish? Everything that the God of Israel tell me to accomplish. I'm not trying to accomplish nothing that I want to accomplish. I already did all that stuff. I did that, Pete. so long in my life doing what I want, working where I want to do, go. No, I'm not trying to accomplish any of that anymore. Because, see, I know the results of all of that. I know the results of working in a factory. I know the results of being a nurse. I know the results of all of that. Having a house, going to the real estate company, taking a loan from a bank so you can buy you a house. I know the results of all of that. Going to get a car from the car lot, paying a car note. I know the results of all of that. I did all of that stuff. And I don't want that kind of life no more. The life that I want is the life that my ancestors lived. Why do I want that life? Because that life make you righteous. And that life give you wisdom and knowledge and understanding that comes from the God of Israel. And that life give you wealth. Wealth. So much money. Okay. So let's keep going to the next law. Law number 189. Not to eat. If you want wealth, I can show you how to get wealth. I know how. I know how to get wealth. Believe me, I do. If you follow the blueprint that the God of Israel have given me in the great Holy Spirit, the mother of Zion, in about 2 to 3 years of you following this blueprint, you will be wealthy. Believe me. But don't nobody want to follow, see. They don't want to follow. They want to work from somebody else instead of working for our own selves, our own nation, our own God, the God of Israel. See, the God of Israel put us here to work for him and to work for ourselves. Because we are a peculiar people, see. We are a peculiar people. We're not like the Gentiles. The Gentiles go be lawyers, doctors, nurses, factory work, the police. They go do all of that stuff. See, we are shepherds. We are nomads. We are people of the land. Next law. Law number 189. Where did we start at? We got about 8 more and we finish. Not law number 189. Not to eat an ox that was contaminated to be stoned. What is an ox? Ox, a cow. A cow. That's Exodus 21:28. Not to eat an ox that was condemned it to be stoned. That's what it says. Not to eat an ox that was condemned it to be stoned. So our ancestors was not allowed when the priests and the prophet of the God of Israel, Ahia, tell the children of Israel, no, this cow is condemned to die. We're gonna kill this cow because this cow unlawfully is not acceptable in the eyes of the God of Israel. So we're going to stone this cow to death. And because we're going to stone this cow to death, Hebrews, we cannot eat this cow. We can't eat it. So that's Exodus 21:28. Let's get that law. Okay? Exodus 21:28. If an ox gore a man or a woman, that they die, then the ox shall be surely stoned, and his flesh shall not be eaten, but the owner of the ox shall be quit. So the owner that was that owned the cow, and the cow get out and kill a Hebrew man or a Hebrew woman, the Bible say right here that you should stone that ox to death. He got to die. Because he gored a man or a woman. He got to die. You got to kill him. This is up under the law, people. And then the owner that owned the cow, then he can live, but the cow got to die. And that's how that worked up under the Hebrew culture. And that's why we got to go back to Jerusalem, our own land, our own border, so we can do it the way the God of Israel want us to do it. We are a nation. We are a people. We are powerful. When we do what the God of Israel want us to do, we are a powerful people. We powerful people. I'm telling you, I have seen the power that I possess because I follow the God of Israel. And I believe in the God of Israel law and what he tell me to do and how. I have saw the power manifest right before my eyes. We are a peculiar, powerful people. There's nobody like a Hebrew man and a Hebrew woman in this earth. They don't possess what we possess. They don't have the DNA that we have. They're not made up like we are made up. We powerful people. We so very powerful, but yet so very weak because you refuse to follow the blueprint, the law. Oh, I just can't get my life right. No, you can't, can you? Because you don't want to follow, see, and you don't want to understand. You just don't want to understand, see. And that's your biggest problem of failure right there. That's why you failing in life. You failing. Am I a failure? Absolutely not. I have done all kind of things in my life. I have started all kind of things. I got a long track record of all the things that I have done and accomplished in my life. No, I'm not a failure. And I'm not going to ever believe what somebody think about me because you don't know me and you don't understand me. See, you looking at, oh, she not doing what everybody else doing. She not working a job and she not doing this and she not doing that. No, I'm doing what the God of Israel want me to do. And see, you don't understand that way. You don't understand that way. The way that you understand is the way that the oppressors and the Gentiles have presented things. I don't follow no Gentile way, what they think and how. Yeah, people. Ooh, my God, God of Israel, higher. Thank you, Father. Let's go to the next law. Where we at, people? Where are we? So right here in Deuteronomy 14:21, right? We at Exodus now. We at law number 189. Exodus 21:28. You have to kill that animal that gore a Hebrew man or a Hebrew woman. Deuteronomy 21:28. See, the difference with me and you is that I'm a Hebrew. And I know I'm a Hebrew. And I live my life according to a Hebrew. That's the difference between me and you, see. And that's what you don't understand, see. No, I'm not a Gentile, and I'm not an African, and I'm not no American, and I'm none of that. I am a Hebrew. Genesis 9. Genesis 9, 5 and 6 is saying, for a precept to law number 189. And surely your blood or your lives will I require at the hand of every beast. Will I require it? And at the hand of man and at the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of man. Whoever shed man's blood by man shall his blood be shed. For the image of Elohim made he man. So if you kill a beast, an animal, then you got to pay for that. You have to pay. You have to give a ransom for you killing that animal. See, the God of Israel love animals so very much. Why? Because they are his creation. Everything that the God of Israel Ahia created and the mother of Jerusalem, the great Holy Spirit, everything that they created, they love. They love. They love their creation. And if you don't love what the God of Israel loves, then you're not part of the God of Israel. You're not part of him. I've been telling people, like, can you help me to just build a station where dogs can have water and food? There's so many homeless dogs that don't eat food and don't drink water. And I was just telling 3 or 4 people already, and there's no response. Why? Because they don't love a highest creation. And because they don't love a highest creation, they do not love a higher. They do not love the God that put them here. Okay? Let's go to the next law. This is the dietary law. Let's go to law number 190 now of the 613 laws of the God of Israel. Law number 190. See, ain't nobody listening. See, that's what's wrong, people. Nobody is listening because they think they already got it figured out. And they don't. Nobody listen. They don't listen. Law number 190. Not to eat meat of a mortally wounded animal. Exodus 22:30. Not to eat meat of a mortally wounded animal. That's what you eat when you go in the grocery store. When we go to farmers and they have their little vendors, their little tents and stuff that they set up and they sell meat like a meat market. Like a meat market, people. We going to buy goat meat and cow meat from them and sheep, lamb. They killed the animal the wrong way. And we don't supposed to eat it. We don't supposed to eat it. Is it your fault that you eat it? Yes, it's your fault because all you got to do is take $300 or $400 and go buy you some goat and take some money and buy your small land and have your own animals. That's all you have to do. So yes, it's your fault. It's your fault. Oh, that ain't what I want to do. I don't want to do that. That's not important to me. I don't care nothing about no animals. Nasty, man. Anybody that says that they don't care nothing about no animals, they are nasty in their mind. They wicked. They are so very wicked to me. When somebody say, "Oh, I don't care nothing about no animals," forget an animal. I don't want to do that. So you saying you don't want to do what the God of Israel put you here to do? You wicked, bro. You wicked, sus. Evil. So 190, Exodus 22, verse 30. Likewise shalt thou do with thine ox and with thy sheep. See? With the cow and with the sheep. The cow and the sheep, people. You cannot treat the God of Israel animals the way you want to treat them. It's serious consequence, death. Back in ancient times, the God of Israel would kill you, man, for doing something to an animal that is not permitted for you to do. And today you are spiritually dead because you mistreating animals and you're not keeping the law and you're not doing, you spiritually just not here, dead. Likewise shalt thou do with thy ox and with thy sheep. 7 days it shall be with its dam. On the 8th day thou shalt give it me. So when you have livestock, and yes, the God of Israel want it in Jerusalem, but unfortunately we're not in Jerusalem right now. So we have to follow the law the best that we can because we're not in Jerusalem. We're not in our own land to do what we need to do the way that the God of Israel wants. So he's saying right here, when you have a cow or when you have a sheep, that cow or that sheep got to stay with his mother for 7 days. And then you're going to take that cow and you're going to take that sheep and you're going to present it to the God of Israel on the 8th day. That's how that go, people. That's exactly how it go. And when I had my livestock, when I had my goats and all that, when I had it, I kept trying to tell people that I was around, that was called themselves working with me. But they were so carnal minded, see. They real carnal minded. Carnal minded. Take the goat, take the cow on the 8th day and present it to the God of Israel. Thank the God of Israel for the goat and for the cow. Was they doing that? Absolutely not. Next law, law number 191 of the Dietary Law. So right now, we are not in the dietary law anymore. We're finished with the dietary law. We're back into the civil laws. The last dietary law we read was law number 187. That was the last dietary law. So now we're back in the civil laws, the way you treat animals lawfully, livestock, okay? Okay. That's all. So law number 191 is the next law. Civil. Not to eat a limb torn off from a living creature. Not to eat a mortally wounded animal. I'm sorry, law number 91. Not to eat a limb torn off from a living creature. Deuteronomy 12:23. Let's read that. God is right. Deuteronomy 12:23. Okay. Only be sure that thou eat not the blood, for the blood is the life, and thou mayest not eat the life with the flesh. Deuteronomy 12:23. One moment. One moment, people. Deuteronomy 12:23. 12:23. Yeah. Yes. Only be sure that thou eat not the blood, for the blood is the life, and thou mayest not eat the life which with the flesh. Thou shalt not eat it, thou shalt pour it upon the earth as water. Thou shalt not eat it, that it may go well with thee, and with thy children after thee. You cannot eat meat with blood in it. You cannot eat meat with blood in it. Next law. This is the dietary law again. We back into that. Still talking about some more dietary laws. 91. Law number 192. Not to eat blood. Leviticus 3:17. You can't eat blood, people. When you eat your meat, you cannot eat blood. Like some people like rare meat. They like rare meat, rare steak, all of that. You cannot eat that. The meat must be well done. Leviticus 3:17. It shall be a perpetual statute for your generation throughout all your dwellings, that you eat neither fat nor blood. We can't eat fat and we cannot eat blood. This is up under the dietary law. It is also part of the civil part of the law. To be a civilized person, you cannot eat blood and you cannot eat fat from any animal, okay, or from people. A lot of people like to drink blood from human beings. Yeah, but you can't eat blood or fat throughout our generations. We're not allowed. Next law, law number 193, not to eat the fat of some clean animals. Leviticus 3:17, same thing. If we are eating a goat or a sheep or a lamb or any animal that's ritually clean up under the law, we cannot eat the fat of that animal. We cannot eat fat meat. Some people like to eat fat. When they eat meat, they like to eat the fat part of the meat. You cannot eat that. You have to throw that in the trash. God, Israel don't want us to eat fat. Next law, law number, and that's Leviticus 3:17. Law number 192, not to eat blood, Leviticus 3:17. Law number 193, not to eat the fat of some animals, Leviticus 3:17. Law number 194, not to eat the thigh muscle, Genesis 32:33. Genesis 32:33. 32:33. 32, 33, 32, 30. It said right here, therefore the children of Israel not to eat of the sinew which shrank, which eat not of the sinew which shank, which is upon the hollow of the thigh, upon this day, because he touched the hollow of Jacob's thigh, and the sinew that shank. So yes, the shank, you cannot eat the shank. The shank meat. My mama used to love to cook it with butter beans and pinto beans and all kind of beans. Shank meat. We are not allowed to eat that. Let's see where we at, how many laws we have left, people. That's law number 194. We started at. We started at law number. Yeah, 4 more laws and we finish. Well, law number 194. Can't eat the thigh muscle. Law number 195, not to eat milk and meat cooked together. Exodus 23:19. Meat and milk that is cooked together, you cannot eat that, okay? Exodus 23:19, okay? 23:19. The first of the first fruit of thy land, thou shalt bring it into the house of Ahiah thy God. Thou shalt not see a kid in his mother's milk. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Next law. Law number 196. Not to cook milk and meat together. Exodus 34:26. The first of the first fruits of thy land thou shalt bring to the house of Ahiah. Yeah, we just read that. Okay, the next one. Next law, law number 197. Not to eat bread from the new grain harvest. Leviticus 23:14. Law number 198. Roasted grains must be offered before they are eaten. Leviticus 23:14. Law number 199, last law, not to eat ripe grains from the new grain harvest before they are made as an offering. Leviticus 23:14. So you have 3 laws here. They all have the same Bible verse. Leviticus 23:14. And we're going to stop right there. So next week, we're going to pick it up at law number 200. We get in there, people. We get in there. We still have 400 and some laws, and I'm going to be finished. We get in there. Thank you, God of Israel. Thank you, Mother of Zion. So Leviticus 23:14. Let's pick it up for these last 3 laws, and I'm going to see y'all next Monday. I will be here. The God of Israel have me here. Leviticus 23:14. 23:14. And you shall eat neither bread nor parched corn nor green ears until the selfsame day that you have brought an offering unto your God. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations and all your dwellings. And all your dwellings. And you shall eat neither bread nor parched corn nor green ears until the selfsame day that you have brought an offering unto your God. So it was always about when the children of Israel when our ancestors was in Jerusalem, in their own land, anything that they grew, like from their fruit trees or from their corn and their grain, anything that they grew, they had to give it to the God of Israel first before before they eat it. They had to give him the 10% of it. Before they eat it, they had to offer 10% of whatever they produce in the land to the God of Israel. And with that, people, I'm going to get ready to leave now. I will see you next Monday. We thank the God of Israel for this law class today, the dietary law, the way you treat animals and the things that you got to eat to keep your body clean and ceremonial and clean before the God of Israel. Talk to y'all next week. Subscribe, like the video, share it.